Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing some of my favorite new fragrances that I think everybody needs to know about. These are true standout fragrances now in my collection, and I love discovering new niche fragrance houses that I don't hear a lot of people talking about. You might remember a while back I mentioned these discovery sets. These were both sent over from Max Aroma, Spirit of Kings, and Alghabra Parfums. I had so much luck going through both of these sets. There were incredible fragrances, but I did manage to narrow it down, so today I'm sharing my top 3 fragrances from both brands. I want to thank Max Aroma for partnering with me for today's video. Without them, I probably wouldn't have discovered any of these new favorites, at least not right away. And they were also generous enough to extend a promo code to all of you. It gives you 10% off site-wide. You'll also receive a 5 ml atomizer of Alludra by Spirit of Kings, and you have to trust me when I say you have to smell this fragrance. It is incredible, decadent. It's one of my new favorites, and this is where we're gonna begin today. I kept everything in the packaging just so I could show you how beautiful this box is. The presentation is incredible, and it aligns really beautifully with the fragrance itself. You can tell just by looking at the bottle, this is a very luxurious, high quality fragrance. I can't tell you just how impressed I was the first time I opened the box. With very little information about the brand, I guess I just didn't really have any expectations of what the bottle would look like. And it's stunning. I love the pink. Of course, the pink label is beautiful. But even the little gemstone on the top, all of the details add to the experience. I love how you have the emblem in the front, and then you also have the fragrance name here in the back. And it does say Spirit of Kings, and you have little crowns and fleur-de-lis right there on the gold bottle. And it feels really heavy as well. It's an amber floral fragrance. Keynotes include lychee, bergamot, rhubarb, nutmeg, petalia, peony, musk, Turkish rose, and vanilla, Haitian vetiver, cashmeran, cedar, and incense. This is a winning combination for me. Anytime I see lychee, rhubarb, vanilla, Turkish rose, musk, I almost know with 100% certainty it's going to be incredible. And it is. It's a little sweet, a little fruity, a little floral. It smells incredibly decadent, very rich, opulent, luxurious. A princess perfume, a queen fragrance. A fragrance that immediately comes to mind whenever I smell this is Delina from Parfum de Marly. If you're familiar, it also has rhubarb, lychee, rose. They share similar notes. I wouldn't call it a dupe or inspired by. I think it's still its own fragrance, but it captures that sweet spiciness that I love so much in Delina. So if you love that, you will absolutely love this, and you will definitely love the price. I want to say this retails for $190, I believe, but you're not sacrificing the quality. It still smells like a very luxurious, elevated, crafted niche fragrance. Perfect for spring, summer, great for a date night, I think an evening out, a special occasion. It could be a girl's brunch. If you're meeting friends out during the day, I still think you could wear this during the day. It's not overly heavy. And maybe because of the price difference, I feel like it would make an incredible signature scent. This is a fragrance that I wouldn't feel like I had to save for only a couple times a year. I want to wear this fragrance every single day. It's amazing. Just to make sure I'm not crazy, I'm not smelling things differently, I pulled out my Delina, so I'm gonna do a direct comparison. Sometimes when you smell fragrances back to back, it reveals the truth and you realize that they don't really smell that similar after all. So let's see. This is Delina. They're pretty close. Is there a little more vanilla in Alludra? I think Delina is maybe a little bit more sharp with the fruity notes, and Alludra might have a little softer, creamy vanilla-ness in there. I love them both. I don't think you can go wrong with either, but it's so close and still such a luxurious experience that I just know myself and I'm going to be grabbing this all the time. If you're planning to make a fragrance purchase, make sure you enter the code so you get your 5 ml atomizer sample of this. I cannot wait for you guys to smell it and let me know what you think. I didn't attempt to rank these, but my next favorite is called Sagira. It comes in the same beautiful gold box. These are all from the gold collection. And this fragrance comes with the clear gemstone on the cap. Keynotes include mandarin orange, grapefruit, toffee, peach, damask rose, violet, patchouli, musk, and moss. This fragrance doesn't remind me of anything else, but that combination of toffee and peach, it's going to get me every time. I just love the sound of those notes together. And it's amazing. It is very peachy, but then there's so much else to it. There's so much going on. It smells very complex. It smells very elegant. The most beautiful floral. It's a floral fragrance for spring. Groundbreaking, I know. And yet it does smell very different. That's the niche difference. That's why I go for fragrances like this when you don't want to smell crazy. You don't want to smell different in a strange way. You don't want to knock people's socks off. It's not that the fragrance has to be really bold or extreme in any capacity. It can be a floral fragrance. It just has to have that unique factor, that wow factor. And this has that. I feel like I'm getting dressed up and going to a fabulous brunch whenever I smell this. Easter brunch, a Mother's Day brunch. I love it. It's a floral fragrance that moves me, and it is so rare that I come across a fragrance like that nowadays. But it's amazing. This could be a great signature scent for spring, summer. All of these fragrances are perfect for spring. You could wear them right now. I want to spray this all over. I want to douse my hair, my body, my sheets, all of my clothes in this fragrance. It smells so good. It has just enough sweetness, just enough fruitiness, but when you smell the fragrance, it actually just smells really good. It smells pleasant. It smells like a sophisticated woman is actually what comes to mind. It's not like your brain is going to single out individual notes. That's when you know a fragrance is blended to perfection. When I smell it, I just think of the occasion, or I can picture the woman wearing it. I can imagine myself wearing this fragrance. Like, I think to myself, oh yeah, that would be perfect to wear for these types of occasions, or for this. A little sweetness, a little floral, a little musk. What more can you ask for? It's so feminine, and again, it smells incredibly expensive. Smells way more expensive than it actually is. I think that's the perfect type of fragrance. If you like soft feminine florals, but you still want to stand out, you don't want to just go with the most popular designer option, you have to try this. I think you will love it. My third favorite from Spirit of Kings is called Errai, or Errai. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. I think it's Errai. It comes with the emerald on the cap and the green packaging. Again, very beautiful. Key notes include lemon, bergamot, rose, floral notes, green notes, cedar, iris, passion fruit, patchouli, musk, vanilla, amber, and vetiver. What can I say? I love a fruity floral fragrance, especially if the notes are a little bit unique. Passion fruit is one of those incredible notes that you don't find in a ton of popular fragrances. Passion fruit, amber, vanilla, you know it's going to be incredible. And it's decadent. It's dessert in the garden. It's so amazing. It's almost gourmand. It's a little bit sweet. It's perfumey in the best way possible. It smells like just the best smelling things. It reminds me of getting dressed up, going on a fabulous vacation somewhere. If you're taking any trips, if you have a tropical vacation or some sort of amazing summer getaway planned, this would be the perfect fragrance. Maybe the bottle is playing tricks on me, but now I associate this fragrance with emerald and green. I feel like I would want to wear some sort of bold jewel tones with this fragrance. As it dries down, it keeps getting better and better. Another thing that I haven't mentioned yet about these fragrances is that the longevity and the projection is incredible. They are very powerful fragrances. Not in your face, not too much. You will smell all of these fragrances for hours on your skin. Very impressive line. Of the three, it's really difficult to choose a favorite. And again, it's such a strong brand. I hadn't heard of Spirit of Kings, but there were so many great fragrances in that discovery set. If you love Delina, but you don't like the price tag and you're looking for a really special date night fragrance, I would say Alludra is a great option for you. If you're looking for something more springtime, a little bit lighter every day, then I would say Sagira would be the best option for you. Still amazing. And then if you're looking for a date night, summer vacation, endless summer type of fragrance, something that reminds you of sunset, then Errai would be the best option. All three are amazing and will be in heavy rotation. Now, my 3 favorite fragrances from Alghabra Parfums. My first favorite is called Sweet Reflection. It's part of a Tribute to Art collection. Keynotes include peach, bergamot, cassis, jasmine, rose, powdery white musk, and vanilla. These bottles aren't quite as flash as Spirit of Kings, but they're still very beautiful, very chic, a bit more minimal. You can still tell it's an elevated luxury niche line. And Sweet Reflection is a crowd pleaser. It's one of those fragrances that was an instant yes. As I was spraying my samples and putting them into separate categories, trying to figure out which were my favorites, which fragrances I liked, but maybe it wasn't like a number one choice, this one was always top of mind. Always knew this was one of my favorites. It's so delicious. This is a very dreamy, very whimsical fragrance. I would maybe put this in the same category as Elixir from Roja. If you've watched my videos for a while, you know that is one of my all-time favorite fragrances. It has peach, musk, powdery notes. It's not overly powdery. I know sometimes that can be a bit frightening. A lot of people associate powdery notes with really mature, maybe an older smelling fragrance. This to me smells not youthful, but very modern. Again, it's sort of dreamy, whimsical. It's a fairy princess fragrance, a Disney princess perfume. Some edible notes, some floral notes. Still smells very different. And it is on the sweeter side. I still don't think it's too sweet. It's not cloying. But if you really don't like sweet fragrances or you tend to lean towards more unisex fragrances, you might not like this. It is sweet-ish, sweeter, but not too sweet. The musk and the powdery notes balance out the sweetness, and then it has a beautiful creamy vanilla dry down. Just an exceptional fragrance. Again, this is very ladies who lunch. I would wear this probably daytime for an occasion whenever I'm going out. When you are dressed to impress, but it's a daytime occasion, I think this would be a great fragrance. I imagine the Pilates soccer mom in her G-Wagon smells something like this. That's the overall vibe I get, a soft life fragrance. The last 2 fragrances come from the Wonders of Russia collection. So the bottles look a little bit different. They are a vibrant red, and each one comes with a really beautiful postcard inside. This is a very unique fragrance. It's called Bolshoi Opera Finale. It's a white floral. Keynotes include clementine, mandarin orange, orange blossom, ylang-ylang, tuberose, white flowers, and vanilla. Been playing around with all of my new favorite fragrances, so I wore this just the other day. I don't think the description or the keynotes really do the fragrance justice, or I feel like it's difficult to grasp how this fragrance smells based on the notes. Because even when I read that description, I think, okay, citrusy, white floral. But no, that's not it. I mean, yes and no. I pick up on the orange blossom, which is such a romantic flower. It's very beautiful. Definitely has white floral notes. Maybe it's the vanilla. I feel like there must be some woody notes in the dry down as well. I'm a huge fan of tuberose. You can definitely pick up on the tuberose. It's an interesting combination of everything. I think the inspiration behind this fragrance collection is really cool. It's something different. I've never been to Russia before. I'm not sure if I will ever make it there in my lifetime, but I know they have some incredible architecture. Could be the name of the fragrance, the bright red bottle, but when I smell this perfume, I think of like the really grand architecture, and I think of an opera, some sort of performance. And it's not that it smells incredibly loud, but it sort of smells like the opera house. Like the crowd. I think of the people who would visit the opera getting really dressed up for the evening, spritzing on a beautiful fragrance, and then being seated in the theater all together. What that would smell like. It's not just florals. It's not just citrus. It's an experience. It's an evening out. An evening out in a faraway country that I've never been. It really is an incredible fragrance. It smells more like an experience. It was so difficult to narrow down my favorites from Alghabra. If you're interested in discovery sets, if you love trying lots of fragrances, I highly recommend picking up the discovery sets as well from these brands. because the set is so huge, there were so many different fragrances. And I think what stood out to me most about this one was that it's just sort of different. I'm not sure this is just spring summer. I think this is one of those seasonless signature scents. For the right person, this could just be your scent, the way you want to smell. And finally, I know I said I wasn't going to rank these and play favorites, but I sort of lied. This last one, I always subconsciously find myself saving the best for last. Again, I held on to the packaging and this really beautiful postcard. This is called Neva Winged Lions. It's a fresh floral. Keynotes include peony, bergamot, freesia, Turkish rose, jasmine tea, cotton flower, and violet. This fragrance is so unique. I've never smelled anything like it. It's a bit addicting, and even my husband likes it because I wore this out the other night. It's such an interesting fragrance, and if I had to choose a favorite from Alghabra, I would probably say the Neva Winged Lions. It smells amazing right away. The first time I sprayed it on the blotter card, this instantly went to #1. But it's a fragrance that I think you can't truly appreciate until you wear it and you let it dry down on your skin, because it just keeps getting better and better. It's floral, it's a bit aquatic. I feel like this could be a mermaid fragrance. It smells juicy. It smells juicy, vibrant, luscious. It reminds me, it smells like this red. This shade of red is how this fragrance smells. But summertime, vacation, warmth, just amazing, decadent. This is more of an evening fragrance. I think this one would be a great date night fragrance. It smells very flirty. It's very feminine. It's just one of those fun, loving fragrances. Could also be worn for maybe a girls' night out. Anytime you're getting together with a group of friends would be amazing. Anytime. It's a mood-boosting fragrance as well. This is the type of floral fragrance that I love to wear over the summer. And it just might be my new favorite child from Alghabra. And I just noticed on the bottle it says Extrait de Parfum. And that would make so much sense because it is, again, it's very strong. You can tell this has some oomph to it, some power. I wouldn't say it smells tropical, but there's something about it that just reminds me of being by the water, a beach day, a beach vacation, a day out on a boat, that sort of thing. That's how it makes you feel. It's a very relaxing, happy, very peaceful, incredible floral fragrance. I absolutely love it, and I think you will too. Hands down, my favorite new fragrance discoveries of the year so far. It's safe to say I am stocked up on spring summer fragrances. I have so many new options, so many great head-turning fragrances to wear and mix into my rotation. So I'm excited. But that completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you liked hearing my thoughts. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. Don't forget, if you're interested in trying any of these new fragrances, any of the discovery sets, anything on the Max Aroma website, I do have a promo code. All of the information will be listed down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.